right between the shoulder plates. Yep, right there. Good morrow, everyone. It is Tygethor. Ignore what you just saw there. I was just polishing my pauldrons, as you can tell.
Right.
Either way, if you can't tell, I'm not in my typical residence for this episode of Fully Loaded. But I'm still doing typical Fully Loaded things. I just happen to be at another residence, taking up residence for the week. And that involves a whole week of wacky stuff that's also going to be probably posted out of turn long after I'm back home. So, for the Tygethor viewing this in the future, it was a good visit. Either way, a long time ago, I did a video on the then pretty much new Nerf Elite 2.0 Moto Blitz. A lot of you seem to love that video, and another new Nerf blaster that's been making the rounds is also getting a lot of love from the foam flinging community. And considering Nerf and the competition it has right now, that's no easy feat. I, of course, am referring to the Nerf Elite 2.0 Stormcharge blaster, available exclusively at Walmart. Got the Wild Edition camo with the nice, I want to say teal cyan coloring, I feel like I want to say, but either way, this guy's been getting a lot of comparisons to another beloved Nerf blaster, the Strife. Does it compare? Let's crack them open. Ooh, extra large egg rolls today. For those of you who don't know the comparison, the Strife was an original Nerf Elite blaster that also got a modulus white repaint, because everything's got to also be white these days, go figure.
What did you say?
That is a semi-automatic flywheeler blaster that is not only very compact, but also a modder's dream. The flywheel cages, the stuff you can do, the short dart conversion kits. You could totally end up with a totally different Strife than what you bust out of the box. And this little guy right here, this little Stormcharge, a lot of people see as a successor to that formula, or at least an alternative. See an alternative to opening this dang thing, we'd be in business. Alright, ready? Big reveal. Ah, I just hit myself in the skull. Hey. Got all the window dressing off. And this is the Stormcharge in my hands. Okay, so already I'm noticing a couple of things. Number one, thank God for the new mag release, where I can just hold down that, open up the mag, slide it in. No uncomfortable button in the trigger hole. No awkward button to the side like an older blaster, because I'm a lefty. What is a button over here gonna do over here? Exactly. Finally, something that's quick, easy, and because of the flywheel nature, extend a middle finger. In the good way. Another thing I am seeing with this is already, just like the later Strife, the modulus version, this is very, very streamlined. You got both your attachment points. Got a nice... a nice barrel attachment, and a nice sawtoothed stock attachment. I admittedly am not a big fan of the skeleton grips, because usually they're pretty uncomfortable, but nope, not right now. This one amazingly seems remarkably smooth. We got ourselves a tactical rail atop the blaster, and for the hell of it, another tactical rail on one of the sides. It's not present on both, though. On this side is the blasting jam door. I see. Flip that guy down, take a gander in that chamber, see what's up, flip it back. Bob's your uncle. There we go. Let me go grab what I dropped real quick. Like I said, this barrel has been redone in a couple of colors, but it's nice to see it get the Wild Edition paint as well. I like this shade of blue. Even though I don't know what it's called, I like this shade of blue. It's a very nice color. So, if I gotta become a Walmart guy just for these Wild Edition blasters, I don't mind. Either way, as I said, because this is a flywheel operated blaster, and is this supposed to be the flywheel cage right here? Right here? Labelly printed, or is it just aesthetic? If that's actually where it is, that's actually really useful. At least to the novice to understand where stuff goes. Honestly, it's a much different idea, and I dig it. What I do not dig, however, I want you to take a gander at this little hole. This is the integrated sight line, otherwise known as the thing no one with eyeballs has ever used. This was an issue on some other Nerf blasters, and I don't understand the use of it. This is their way of not getting around the tactical rail, but also having to get a carry handle to see through at the same time. It's a cop-out, and honestly, I wish they'd stop doing it, because, come on. Do you see my eyeball through this little hole right now? Do you? I'm going to cut out the camera on everything else. You're just going to see right here. Do you see my eyeball? If you do, show this to your eye doctor. You don't need glasses. Alright, because this is a flywheel operated blaster, got the nice battery door right over here, which I believe is 4 AA's. Give me just a sec to get this sucker all batterized, and we can see how this fella performs. Remember when I said I wasn't a big fan of flywheelers because I'd have to deal with screwdrivers and stuff? Yeah, I'm noticing now that me back then might have had a point. I haven't operated a flywheeler on this channel since the Moto Blitz, and while I didn't spend as much on this as I spent on the Moto Blitz, it's still pretty steep. Why do you think most of my stuff is retro? Think I can afford all this regular? Think I can afford all this frivolous nonsense doing a 9 to 5? No siree. Either way, cover's off. Time to install my 4 AA's. Double AA's? AA? AA. Yeah, AA. A. Damn.
AAA. Oh, AAA. Hey, I just came from AA. Not AA, AAA. Yeah, that's what I said. AAA. Oh, so you are with AAA. Oh, no, that's AAA. I just came from AA. Huh?
4 AA's. Right. Time for reverse ASMR. Let's listen to these flywheels. That's a very nice trigger pull, I gotta say. I'm very happy with that one. Now, let's go ahead and get the Also, normally the magazine would fall out as soon as I pull this button, but no, all this does is release the latch, and I still have to pull it out, which is pretty gangster. This is a red 10-round magazine, and as evidenced by the egg roll wrapper from earlier, they gave me 20. They're going back to the old double your darts promotion, if anyone remembers that from a long time ago. Good on them. Nice dark blue tint on the tip of the dart. Granted, these are still, you know, elites, but we got. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. For now, let me just grab 10 of these suckers and stick them in that there mag. All right. Let's give this fella a proper blasting down the hallway. Come on, Stormcharge. Let's see what you got. I just want to state for the record that, once again, reminder, I am a lefty. But in all interest of providing you guys the best possible viewer experience, I'm going to intentionally handicap myself for the sake of a video. Here we go. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Yes, the non-existent charging handle. You also need to fire this thing. Oh my god. So as you can see, as far as elites go, that's not terrible. You know, we can do a lot worse. I'll tell you what. I did happen to bring a bunch of attachments with me. Let's get goofy. I didn't bring my stock attachment with me. I'm a front-ended kind of dude. Alright, so let's take off the proximity barrel and add in the long range barrel for a little bit more distance. That doesn't look too terrible. And for extra sight down those long distances, we are going to stare down the scope of the Phoenix. Yeah. And for both of these, we are going to go slightly more high capacity with a nice 12-round frame. Oh my goodness. When you get a little too high level in COD and you just start putting whatever on, this is what you end up with. What is wrong with me? Let's try going in a different form factor. Let's take this long barrel remove him. Let's take the scope and set it off for now. Let's replace the barrel with the... Wait a damn second. I have the modulus version of this. Let's say you want a little bit of a longer barrel and you find something digging through your old storage. How about the barrel from a Recon CS6? Yeah. That's about a decade's worth of compatibility right there, maybe even 2. But wait a second. That's goofy. You've got a sight line, a front post, and a bigger front post. Well, how do you plan to see over all that? I don't know. If you haven't realized the goofy direction I'm going in by now, frankly, you're a little late. How about the modulus red dot sight to get even goofier? Once again, chambered with 12 rounds, but wait, Tygethor, you've got a space on the side. What are you going to do with that? Well, gee, I don't know, mysterious disembodied voice. I've only got so many things with tactical rails on them. Let's throw a scope on the side just in case, so that we're stabilized during gangsta vision, or what have you. Alright, now you gotta make sure that if we're gonna have the red dot, it has to be on. Can you barely see that? I know I can't. Now you want to talk about a fun round. This is gonna be a fun round. Let's see how this goes. Bear with me, y'all. Alright, turn them up. And let's go. Just look at this thing. Look at this device. And there's rails on here. If I brought more attachments, oh Lord, imagine where we'd be right now. Stick with us, we're going to give you the review in just a sec. Alright, we are back. So final... Alright, so final look at the Stormcharge. A couple of thoughts. Number one, I gotta say, this is a very solid blaster. I noticed not a whole lot of waving and fishtailing, you know, besides what you can get from Elite darts. I feel like there could be a good form factor in here for some nice modifications. I don't know, maybe on Strife level, but definitely a solid option. More pluses. Attachments always are a good thing. Always are a good thing. 2 tactical rails, because that's Elite 2.0's deal. We got rails on rails on rails. Finally, Nerf figured out a half-decent magazine release. And everything is just compact. I can wave this guy around no problem. Everything's great. Couple of gripes though. This grip, it might be stable. Doesn't necessarily mean it's comforting in the least. Number 2, it did a good job with this grip. I don't got no problem with this. Flywheel buttons, very nicely placed and well put together. Number 2, Nerf, stop with integrated sights. Between this, a half a dozen other blasters I can't think of the names of, the Deploy and the Rapid Strike, this and the Moto Blitz, I'm gonna end up with tunnel vision. My eyes are already bad. Just focus on the rail. We don't need an integrated sight that no one's gonna see down, especially when you gotta contort yourself back in such a manner to where it's inconvenient. Heck, at least in the older blasters you could stuff a dart in there, but there's no darts fitting in this guy, not even a short. See? Nothing. Besides those two very minor gripes, I am loving this guy. I could totally see someone getting under the hood, cracking this guy open, doing something to the flywheel cage, and you really could be rocking this in a proper wartime setting. Everything about this is ergonomic, comfortable, ease of use is great, and I really, besides those two very minor deals with me, this could very well be a wartime thing. Like, that Moto Blitz is going to be a pain slinging around my body, running around in Stock Wars, but this doesn't have that problem. I got a sling right here, I got a sling down here, or I could just use the Nintendo GameCube sized carry handle for ease of use if I got a flag or something. This right here is Nerf at its best, and it just so happens that Walmart got the piece of the pie this time. Either way, guys, we're going to have some more great stuff coming to this channel. What do you guys think about the Stormcharge? Let me know down below in the comments. I'll be sure to read and respond to each and every one of them. As always, my name is Tygethor, and good night to any and all of you who have stuck around this long. I mean, seriously, it's just to give me a place. They let me sit down with next to no repercussions whatsoever, and the assumption is made that everything's gonna be hunky-dory, that I couldn't get into trouble if I tried. Well, you look at me and you look at everything else going on, and you can clearly see that answer is not true. See, I can get into some really dumb stuff if given the opportunity and the ability. Like, seriously, if you've seen some of the stuff that goes on this channel, it gets pretty wacky. It's just missing one thing. Perfect.